Welcome back, everyone, to the Animal Whisper Challenge, Episode 6. It's November, as you can see, so that means our annual egg sell-off. I thought I'd bring you along. It's been a while since we did one of these. We got to run these over to the bakery. Seems to be having the best price right now. And we didn't get quite as many eggs this year because if you watched the last episode, you've seen where we had to sell off our chickens to move them to a bigger pen. So we didn't get quite the production that we're used to. So next year we should have full production going again, but we still got quite a few eggs here. Should bring us in, I would think, somewhere to 275,000, maybe up to 300,000. So a good payday nonetheless. So chickens are definitely bringing in the money. And we just went past where the slurry is, which makes me think. Today I was talking about slurry on the last episode, not knowing how I was going to deal with it and all. Well, as would happen, there was a new mod that came out today that is a slurry tank. That's a smaller one. It's I think it'll hold 7,000 liters, but it spreads and it will transport. So that's probably what we're gonna do. Buy that. It's priced better than the big ones. I know it's not a huge capacity, but it gives us something, a way of getting rid of that slurry. So I'm using up the fertilizer we have. Then we're gonna switch that slurry tank and see if we like it, and if we can get rid of all of it, or if we're gonna need to still sell some. I'm sure we're gonna need to sell some, especially as we start laying down more pigsties. I kind of plan on putting 2 down this episode, and then we'll eventually have one more. We'll have 4 total. And with that, that's going to produce a lot of slurry. Eventually, we'll probably have to buy something bigger to haul it instead of hauling it, 7,000 at a time. But for now, I think that makes a lot of sense. Also, tractors. While this is loading, in the used market right now, we got this nice Massey, which would be big enough for anything that we need to do around the farm. Maybe even at the 285, but we could upgrade it all the way to the 425 when we wanted to. I'm tempted to buy that. I just don't know. We really need to start buying some equipment too. I just don't know if the time's right with wanting to get the pigsties up, get them going, and start moving into some more land for more crops. Because we got to get the crops going. We got to start getting grass put in for the sheep and the goats that are coming up. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard spot. Because in order to do all that on the land, it would be nice to have a bigger tractor. We could use bigger equipment. So I think part of what we need to do too is just keep buying the equipment. I know if you look at the numbers, leasing is probably the way to go, but I don't know quite how long this series is going to go. It's just way more convenient to have those purchased too. We did purchase the combine in the last episode. I did go ahead and repair it. It's sitting down there. I'm just waiting to see if the header will come on sale for it, or if we need to buy a new one. So far, it hasn't obviously came on sale, which is fine. But that's another $35,000 we need to save back to buy the header. I really don't want to lease that and drive the combine down there every year to pick the header up. I just would rather buy it and be done. And I did check, the header for the bigger Massey will work on ours, so that's probably what we'll do. It's only another 5,000. Like I say, it's 35,000 for that header. A little extra width, go through fields faster. So definitely gonna go that route. but that's kind of the plan. And it'd be nice to get a new seeder, but I kind of want a bigger seeder. And there we go again, back to the tractor. This tractor is just at its limit with the equipment we use. So, I don't know. The one thing I will say is, as far as used equipment goes, it seems like tractors is one of those things that comes around fairly often in the used. Might not be that particular Massey, but there's always seems like there's a tractor several times a year that's on there. Um, whether or not it's too big or too small, I don't know. That's kind of the tractor range I'm looking at. That high 200s to up to 400 would be perfect for what we want to do. Get all these loaded. So yeah, we're sitting on quite a bit of cash here. I'm trying to think. I think it's 180 for that pigsty. So we need 360 to put 2 of them down. Plus pigs, plus we gotta feed them. But I am keeping in mind, I guess we will be selling the piglets off of the other one that we have right now, and we will be selling the piglets off of these in 9 months. So that's what, like August, but that will be after harvest. So we do have that header to buy before then, but we will start laying in some cash. And the other good thing about owning the harvester is we start progressing into more fields. We don't have to worry about, okay, we're gonna lease the harvester in June to do our own field of barley. Well, if we get to August and we sell and we have some extra cash, we could look and see if there's a wheat field or something like that around us that's ready to harvest. Since we don't have to worry about leasing one, we already own the harvester and take advantage of that as well. So that's something to think about. So yeah, we got quite a bit of money there. We're up, let's see, 360. We buy that. We're still gonna have 70,000 left over. It's gonna be tight because we're now gonna be buying pig feed for three pigsties, plus the feed for the chickens. We still aren't producing enough for all of our chickens. Yeah, but I think we can also limp into June. Like I said, I think our other pigs should be ready to sell before June. So let's get around here and take a look at the spot we're gonna put 2 more of these down at. I'm thinking just one right in front of here. I don't know about 2 of them, and maybe another one on the other side, but farther towards the road. Well, let's do what we normally do. There was a save, so let's shut off the save. Go to the pig pens. That's a little cheaper than I thought. 164. Oh, I hate these controller. Just has creep on it. I buy these fancy Xbox Elite controllers, and I still get drift with my sticks. I It just must be hard on things. Yeah, I think we can go right there with this one. I say yes, but then I tell it no. And I think I want to get this as close to the neighbors as I can to leave us enough room in between, since we will be driving through there. Although we're getting crazy over here. That might be too far. That's fine though. Let's bring it back just a little. We don't need to be that far over. Plus, we do need to get to that far side to be able to access the slurry. So something like that, I think I can live with. Let's take a look, see how that turned out. I think that looks like enough room. We can drive our tractors down through here. We could still make it around here, get the slurry, no problem. So we're doing pretty good here. I mean, we've got 3 of these, 3 of the 4 down. I think I'll just keep with the same. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like we're mixing any of these, moving them from pen to pen. So we'll go with some plain ones, and then the other ones maybe the black. Wish there was a way you could just type in the number. So 140. Yeah. We're definitely gonna have to sell some eggs in December. We're not gonna make it to. We're not gonna make it very far, uh, especially buying feed and all. So we'll have to sell in December, which is fine. Like I say, one of our biggest priorities is getting these pigs going. We get them going, they'll start making us money during the year too. Oh, that's right, I was gonna do this one. And I don't know where I'm going to put in the grass fields. I thought about doing it right here since we cut down on the number of productions for animals. Maybe do it right here and have the sheep and goats alongside of all these. But maybe for lag reasons, I'm better off spreading it out and putting the sheep and goats somewhere else off by themselves. There we go. So we got an extra 240 or 280 pigs now, plus these. These have been going a while. Let's see, what are they at? They are 3 months old, right? So 3 months old. So what does that mean? It's another 6 months. So we're talking like May these will sell, which is good because that's right before June when we have to harvest. So we can use the money from that to buy the harvest, the head for the harvester. But we're gonna need cash to get to that point. think I'm gonna run down and yeah, I've got to get pig food for both of these pens, these new pens. So we'll run down and grab that. This poor trailer is just dirty and beat up. I've been repairing the tractor whenever I come down to grab the seeder each year. When I lease the seeder, I've been repairing it. But this trailer's just in rough shape. I'm used to my other playthrough on Survive 25. I have the staffed workshop, which fixes and washes your equipment when you park it in front of it. Problem is, you pay $4,000 a day in maintenance for that, and I just don't feel like on this series we can afford that yet. So I've kind of held off. I may do it once we get 2 tractors and a combine and all that. You know, it might start making sense. Especially if we're gonna, you know, obviously we can't buy that Massey now, but you're gonna buy something like that. The repair costs of something like that that's more expensive, it's gonna start adding up. So we'll need to. It starts making more sense. Not to mention the convenience of having it right there. All your stuff's clean and taken care of every day. It's just nice. Let's grab some pig food. Yeah, why are these out of order? I've kind of figured out I can haul 20 pallets at a time on this. So that's kind of what I come down here for the pig food. I think our chickens are fairly full. I know there are the pigsties pretty full, so most of the money we'll be spending is just daily maintenance, which our daily maintenance has gone way up. I probably should do a kind of a recap on that, what it's up to now with the loan payment and all the production, because we keep adding production buildings, so I believe a lot of your production cost goes off of water too, so each animal charges you so much water a day, so we're getting quite a few animals, so our costs are going up. I would imagine we're up to probably $2,000 a day, if not more. Eventually we need to probably think about starting to pay a little bit off that loan. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. The interest on the loan is so cheap for what we can do with that cash, but eventually we have to pay it off. Now, I do think I'm going to drop off this. Pull up and see if I can pick up close to just half of it. I guess I need to come in the other way. Well, I can go to this other one and feed it first. Get them started. Yeah, so I'm gonna get these other pigs fed. I don't know if I'll go grab another load. We're gonna go ahead and jump into December, get some. I'll have to sell again in December eggs, and then we'll move on. Start working our way through the summer, just feeding, and we'll, like I said, we should be able to sell these pigs right before we need the harvest head. Get that purchased. Around then, we're gonna have to look at buying that slurry tanker because I imagine this first one's gonna be close to full or full by then. So there we go. That'll get them all started, and we'll just move through the months and probably come back when it's harvest time or we're ready to sell the pigs. We'll see. We made it back to May, and our pigs have. This first batch of pig has given birth to these piglets, so we can sell the moms off. I think our other pigs are just 6 months old that we just bought, so they're gonna take a while yet. I did sell eggs in December, the daily eggs, and I sold a batch of eggs in April. I had to sell them. We're running low on food. The new batches of pigs are taking up a lot of feed, so I did have to sell just to be able to make it. And I'm hoping this is going to get us where we need to be. The other thing is we're right at capacity on slurry, so I need to buy that slurry deal because, like I said, I do want to take care of this. I don't think it probably matters that much. Probably doesn't affect them, but I kind of want to keep up with it. I know with dairy, if it fills, they won't produce milk, but these are probably fine. But I do think it's the way I want to go. But we're gonna sell all these adult ones, which gives us a lot of money. Oh yeah, and I did. You can still see snow off there. I've shut snow off. I don't like the way snow works in this game. I don't mind snow. It's just like some of my months I'm only on here for 10 minutes. You know, I get on, I pick up the eggs, I might feed the chickens. And it's like even as it warms up, you've got to be on for so long before it'll actually melt that. So I just shut it off. It's fine if you're playing, half hour each month, but I mean, it's just now melting off, and we're in May, so it's kind of ridiculous the way it works. So I've shut that off. But yeah, we're gonna look. I looked at the sales a little bit ago. Yeah, we got some nice tractors I'd like to have, and we did have the head for the harvester that we used to use, but it's not the one we need. Um, so I am gonna go ahead and buy that harvester head since we do need it next month. And I think I found it underneath this one. No, this case. Wrong one. The Massey head. Yeah, this one's another. I think the other one is only 6 meters, 5 or 6 meters, so we get 7.6. Should be able to handle this. We're just gonna buy it. Like I said, I don't want to run down there leasing it, pick it up every harvest season. And then, like I said, I do want to get a slurry tank. So we're gonna look at that here. And like I said, there was a mod for this that came out today. If I can find slurry tanks. These two here, really the only difference. One holds 7,000 liters, takes a little bit bigger of a tractor, which our tractor should be fine for it. So, hub color, I don't know if I really care. Sure. Slurry, not sure what the difference is here. think I'll just go standard. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get too crazy. I don't want to spend the extra money. So we'll go this. It's $12,000. I do have a tractor down here. I do want to pick this up and just go test it out. We can't use the fertilizer yet, but we do need to keep that tank a little bit empty, so I'll probably just run down here, take a load or two off of it, and just go sell it, just so it has room for more. But as you can see, this is a pretty small tank. It's not going to hold a... You know, I think that thing's full of, what, 190,000? So you're talking a lot of trips with this thing. But I'm hoping that once we start putting it on our crops, we can put, you know, a good portion of it on our crops. And who knows, we may give up on it. I said I want to keep pulling it off of there. It just might become a point that it's too much. Or we're going to have to break down and buy a much bigger tank or lease it. You know, if it gets too crazy, we might just have to lease a big tank, spend a day hauling it off and selling it. Especially once we get 3 or 4 of these going and going full swing. Yeah, we got 128,000 liters in there, and we're pulling it off 7 at a time. And I'm not sure. Guess I can look at the prices. I know there's that station over by the bakery we can dump it off at, which is probably where we should just go. It's closest. I doubt there's that big a... I know slurry doesn't sell for much. And even at low, who cares? I mean, it's... Yeah. The buying station, though, is not buying it, is it? I guess we're going to have to go here as the closest, or the biogas. I'm not sure where this is at, but let's take a look. How do you guys deal with your slurry? Just use it as fertilizer, or do you haul it off, or do you just ignore it? Kind of curious. Like I said, this is my first time dealing with it. We're gonna be up to our neck at poo, so we gotta figure it out. Okay, this was the station I was thinking. So this is not the buying station, this is just the liquid manure, huh? Yeah, that's where I was planning on dropping it off anyway. Wow, 389 bucks. Don't know what you're spending on gas and wear and tear, but it's we gotta get rid of it. I guess at least you're getting paid something, and when we go to put it on our field, that's gonna be super cheap fertilizer, and we've got it right there on hand. So I may get rid of our fertilizer tank. I thought about that when I sold eggs in April there too, that maybe I should just sell that. I haven't used that in a while. I haven't used the front loader in a while. Sell all that off, and I still might. because we're not using the herbicide anymore to kill weeds. We're doing all that with the weeder itself. So I still might get rid of all that just to free it up, get us a little extra cash there. And I really haven't paid attention to how much slurry these guys are going through every day. I know it'll be, that particular pin will be less now because they're just piglets right now instead of full grown like the other two pins. Their amount of slurry will really go up. And I don't know what's the largest capacity one of these that they have is without needing a truck, I guess. I don't want to buy a truck. And it might be just something I keep my eye out in the store too. Used store. I do have a used equipment mod I've been using on my other playthrough. I may add that to this. It just expands the used store. And that might be something we do. Just to get more stuff in the used store. Yeah, I'm probably going to haul another couple loads of this. I don't know. I'm going to take plenty off of it while we're doing this. Then I need to run down, buy a bunch of pig feed, get those because they're all low, get that all stocked up. Roll into next month. And I'll probably just do the harvest. Harvest as normal, roll all the way into November again for the egg cell. We should have both sets of these pigs should sell off before then. So, but after that egg cell, I think we'll be ready to put in our fourth and final pigsty over there. But I think we're going to do all that on the next episode. So I'll probably come back when we're ready to put down that pigsty. We'll kind of go from there. From there on, we'll start buying a bunch of equipment, hopefully, and expanding. Start buying up other pieces of land, both for grain crops, for more barley for the chickens, but also we need to start planting grass, get ready for the goats and sheep to start coming in. But thanks for watching. If please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.